I'm Coach Mickey, and I'm so glad that you've joined us. And if this is your first time joining us, come on in and make yourself comfortable. And for those of you that join us on a regular basis, thank you so much. And thank you so much for reaching out to all my guests with your comments, your questions, and your suggestions. And I love the fact that you guys really support everybody that comes on and you have something to share or give a positive comment about. And today is no different because I am really excited about this guest. And as you guys know, I'm always excited about all my guests. However, this one really, really touches my heart for multiple reasons. One, it's involved with the martial arts along with working with kids. And you guys know that is my heartstrings right there on all of it. So I had an opportunity to meet this couple at an event a couple weeks ago when I was in Atlantic City. And it was a martial arts event, and I met quite a few amazing people. However, when I met Jana, she really touched my heart because what her and her husband offer is this incredible sovereign community outreach program that not only incorporates martial arts, but also helps kids. So welcome with me today, Jose and Jana. How are you?
We are wonderful. How are you, Coach Mickey?
I'm doing good. I'm so happy that you're with me today because I really want to hear about your program and who you are and what you do for the community. And I think this is absolutely wonderful. And being a fellow martial artist myself, like I said, this really touches my heartstrings and what you go above and beyond when it comes to martial arts. So share a little bit about your program.
Well, before we get into that, I just want to thank you so much for having us on your show today. We are super excited, and it was such a pleasure to meet you last week and, spend a couple moments with you, just getting to know each other. And it was just such an honor to meet you and have you invite us onto your podcast.
Yeah,
So I
Oh,
just want to
thank
thank you
you.
so much.
yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. So, yeah, we're very excited about our community outreach. We named this Sovereign because we believe that is above and not below. And we want to take families and children and raise them above their circumstances and above their capacity to even think and imagine. So we want to really bring about out of them their vision, their dream, and their desires that they've had. But up until before us, they probably thought that's the way life is. Um, this is the cards that life dealt them, and all of that. Sometimes we can get in that rut, but by doing this community outreach, we've had the honor and the privilege of extracting and uncovering the vision and the dream that every family has, and for their children and their family unit, and even a child himself who can have the courage to make better choices and become a leader because everybody's called to be a leader. So we're excited about what we do.
Mhm.
I love it because I think every city or area or every town should have something that has something different for children. Kids are up and coming adults that are going to make a difference in this world, and having a mentor and having someone that can actually teach them life skills above and beyond what their environment is or what they've seen is so important. So when I saw your program and I see that you reach out to all these kids, give us a little insight on how you incorporate the martial arts with helping these children throughout your community.
Go ahead.
Yes, well, as a martial artist, we love the martial arts and what is done for my life and our life and all of our children. We have 6 children together, and what is done for them, you can't deny the fact that it's a great, great tool to develop and to grow and to become. Um, However, when we see these families, last thing I want to think about is teaching them the martial arts, although we use it as a tool. But it's basically about them believing that they can become better, them believing that they can come out of the situation they're in, believing that, there's so much more for them and it's available, and that there's people that actually care and love them, that, there is more and then they can go for. And so we just open that door for them and facilitate for them the ability to get bigger. And we get everybody as involved as possible, the community, the businesses, the individuals, everyone and anyone we meet and we talk with is a candidate to help and to become part of this big mission. So our vision and mission is to help 1 million children become high performers and effective leaders of society.
Mhm.
And so that's our vision, our mission, and we're excited to do it.
And also, you know, through the martial arts through and of itself will help a person, not even just a child, with confidence and focus and discipline, but we focus more on the developmental aspects of the martial arts, not just about the movement. Right. So, you know, kids nowadays, even adults, we're lacking soft skills, we're lacking communication, we're lacking, you know, we hide behind a computer, we hide behind a text message, we hide behind social media, you know, so all these things, you know, we want to incorporate all these skills that we're lacking in society today to be able to become employable in the future, to have a vision and a mission for themselves so that they can be a good contribution to society.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what are the ages that you work with?
Anywhere between we start them at 6 years old. If they qualify, we can get them as early as 4. And then we work with them all the way until 17. And then we're in plans of creating what we call amplified identity. And this is for more of like the young adults uh, really looking to either go to college, get an education, or become an entrepreneur, you know, spark that entrepreneurial spirit in them. We've teamed up with several people and organizations like Focus Life Institute, Jubilee Ministries International, and imparting in them and developing in them, you know, these skills, belief, vision, and kind of like quicken that inside of them to be able to go for more. And you know, it's very methodical, but very rewarding.
Well, yeah, it's a stepping stone. I mean, even, you know, whether it's martial arts and I think I had shared with Jenna that I also coach football and I incorporate martial arts into that also. However,
Yes,
I think any tool that you can use that's going to help a child, especially when they're looking up to you as a mentor, you know, that is
yes.
going to be so beneficial in so many ways. So I got to ask, and I don't put you on the spot, but have you got a success story of somebody that maybe you've worked with that was a child and has now grown into a young adult that you've seen the benefits and how they evolved?
Yes, we have many, many success stories.
Who do we pick?
Oh
Oh,
man.
I love it. That's great.
So let me pick the recent one.
Mhm.
Is a teenage boy, uh, you know, very lives in an inadequate home. The mom is ill. Father got deported. Uh, just a really bad situation. They're in the system. Was in the system in the school, classified, medication since the age of 4. You know,
Mm.
always angry, always in trouble. Basically gave up.
So he was failing school.
Yeah,
He was constantly a troublemaker. He was that boy.
yeah,
And to the point where they had to put him into an after school program so that they were trying to help him become uh, get in less trouble, if you will.
yeah. Stay out of
Right?
trouble.
Yeah.
Keep him busy.
Yeah.
So then when we met him, we were invited to help out in this program, and we met him. We just kind of like took him in, sponsored him into the program by way of the community. And 2 months later, he's thriving, graduated from the program, no more medication. The first time he told me he slept 10 hours, I said, your body needed that, you know? And now we're making changes inside the home, right? We're educating the mom and we're educating the culture and the environment of the home, the atmosphere, changing things internally so that the outside life becomes that much more better, right? So that's a most recent one, but we have a lot of them in a very similar fashion. Kids with classified with autism, bipolar, depression, anger, medication all over the place, non-functional, in the system, all completely out of the system within a year of being in the program, and just amazing. I'm sorry about this. Just amazing transformation in their life. And of course, they do the martial arts too, and they love it, you know? So they took a liking to it. We created a leadership team with this, I'm gonna call them the misfits. But they're just amazing. They're so amazing kids. You know, we also help in getting them nice beds to sleep in, clothing, food,
Haircuts.
haircuts. We just transform their lives, completely. And, feed them every week. And it's just a joy to do it.
Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. And I know kids, they just need to know that someone cares. And you guys go way above and beyond. I mean, besides just teaching and being mentors. And I know that, feeding a child is so important. I've seen it so many times, unfortunately, even for me, on the field where kids come to school and they don't have any lunch, or they're not, they don't have any food, and they don't say anything because they're ashamed and they don't want to. But knowing that they can come to someone and say, hey, by the way, I haven't eaten, or you don't even have to ask most of the time. So I'm sure you're very much in tune from what you're telling me, how you can help these kids. This is wonderful. I mean, it really is amazing. So, and as everybody knows, all the information to be able to help you and support you will be embedded in all the podcasts and the YouTube channel. And I'm just going to ask you right off the bat, while we're in the middle of our podcast, you do take donations to help you with your program.
Yes, absolutely. We take small contributions. We also are seeking corporate sponsorships so that we can help more mass amount of children. We're starting an after-school program and a summer program, and we would like to, offer that specifically on scholarships through our sponsorships. So that's right now, that is what we're seeking. We're seeking the corporations, we're seeking, people with a heart to help these kids.
Yes.
Because eventually they're going to be their employees. So,
Yes.
that's what we want to do. We want to make these children employable, happy, and healthy through the
Productive.
process.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, I
And
love it. Well, count me in, because I do a Coach Mickey Scott Friend Scholarship for education. So I think you are my
Thank you.
next. You got
Thank
me
you.
this
Thank
year.
Thank
I'll
you.
be the one, because I love what you're doing. I absolutely love it. So tell me, walk me through a day. To walk me through of how this works and how you work with these children.
So we get up in the morning, we plan the night before, we meet with the team. Everybody knows their role. Everybody knows the mission. We have the mission and the vision hanging up in every room here. We get ready. We do our own workout early in the morning. That way we have the energy, we have the desire, we have it all, right? We get a good breakfast, and then we come and prepare for the day. And then by right after 2:30, 3 o'clock, we start going around and picking them up. So we do need a bigger bus. Okay.
Yeah, right
So,
now we're doing the process with a van. So you're dropping off, going, and
yeah.
we're back and forth. So
we need a
we're
bigger
also
bus.
looking for a bus.
Yes.
So you pick these
So
kids up from school to bring them to your
yes, we
program?
pick them up from home, we pick them up from school,
And we
wherever.
drop them off at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, we drop them off. And
Yeah.
then they come here and they have chores. So they have responsibilities, things that they need to do. Then they have leadership posts, and they do a leadership training with us for 1 hour. And then we do physical training. And then they help in the rest of the classes that we have. And then they become role models in that sense.
We also have them. We're in a private building, so you have to gain access to the building. You can't just walk in. So it's secure and it's private. And so we strategically place these children to let people in, show them where to go, how to enter the dojo, where to put their shoes, and just how to, serve the student with excellence. So,
The purpose. We give them a
yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do all of that, and then at the end of the night we get together at the kitchen and we feed them, and we just have a big table and everybody sits there to eat, and then we drop them off at home. Then they have to have the accountability about their academic achievements, behavior. We visit hygiene. We visit their homes. We get to see the environment, speak to the parents. It's a constant reinforcement of what we're doing, why we're doing it, and vision, casting a lot of vision to these parents for their kids. So it's a community effort, team effort. It's everybody getting involved and getting things done. We teach the heroes principle also from Focus Life Institute, which is honor, excellence, order, responsibility, servanthood. And this is to teach them to not just exist, but make it count, you know, be somebody, get that level of fulfillment that allows for others to view you as a leader, you know. And we teach that you got to serve your way into your destiny. You cannot get to your destiny unless you serve your way into it. So it's not me, get, but what can I do for others? What can I do for you? What can I do for the community? So we're big on community events as well and get them involved. So there's a lot, it's a lot of moving parts, but so exciting, you know, so exciting. I'm so glad that you brought us here, Coach Mickey, because I get to share it, you know, I get to share the passion and the love that we do for what we do for these kids and just seeing them transform and change. And, you know, we got kids that are suicidal also, and just to see them transform from the fear and the torment that they go through to the joy and seeing their faces change and just living life with hope now, you know, it's beautiful.
That is, and knowing that you're making a difference in a child's life is priceless. It really is. And we have no idea how we affect a child, especially through what we do. But when you take that extra step to make their life better and more meaningful, it's huge. I mean, it really is. And people don't take that. They don't understand how influential we are as adults to children based on our actions and what we say and what we do. But I want to back up a little bit because you do something that I really admire, and I think a lot of people miss the mark on this. Working with kids is amazing. I mean, it's great, and what you're doing is so amazing. But you bring in the parents. And one of the things that I have realized, even through my years, whether it was through martial arts or coaching, is I call it my teen parents. And what people miss, even my coaches, they miss that you have to work with the parents because you can do so much with a child or with it, you know, especially whether it's through whatever program it is. But having the parents on board and having them understand what you're doing and the changes that you're making, plus you can see what is their lifestyle at home and what are they really working and up against, can make a big difference. And you can even change that parent to see and acknowledge where the changes, like you said, some are on medication, some are dealing or struggling with, you know, their own way of well-being, you know, and how they think. But having a parent aware of this or seeing it is priceless. So
Right.
tell me a little bit about that. How have you been able to change a parent and have them see and go and make that significant change for their kid besides what you're doing? Because once they're outside of you, they still got to go back to that environment.
Yeah, so thank you for that's a great
Yeah.
question. And it's a powerful one because, you know, a lot of these parents, you produce after your own kind, right? And so you can't give what you don't have. And so a lot of the times, this is the situation where they believe they have nothing to give. They believe that they're not good enough. They believe that, you know, this is it. And so what we go in and we start building this relationship and talking to them, we begin to find out, and this we have a publishing company too. Uh, so we're helping them write their story and share it with the world, making it a book. And one of the things that we discovered with that is that now they have a voice that can help another family, whereas they thought that they weren't enough, that they were just trash, that they were, you know, what do you call that? Damaged goods, you know? But instead, no, you are a good that's going to go and become amazing because you have a story to share, and this is not it, is where you're gonna be. And so we've been able to take several parents now to begin to write their story, to begin to see themselves differently, to begin to see with a different eye, with hope and all of that. Another one, you know, uh, sick with medication and all these things, smoking cigarettes. The kid will come here reeking in bad smell. So I just like visit them and talk to the mother and say, listen, you know, secondhand smoke is really bad. And this is a very small apartment and you love him. Yes, I do. This is damaging his lungs and his brain and his performance. So maybe you can open the window, smoke outside or go outside or give it up. So she started cutting down And last I talked to her, she was doing 2 cigarettes instead of 5. And so it's a slow process, it's working, but eventually we want to see her not smoking. And like that, there's so many stories of these parents that others have PTSD, and they just get reminded of a trauma, of abuse, of the military, some of them, and you know they think that they're stuck, and so we're helping them with these things too. So it's a joy because it's the whole family. And you said it right. It's not just the kid. You may start with the child, but then you get the whole family. And the idea is that if you get the whole family, then the family unit will function at prime. And that's the goal, right? That's the goal.
We also host webinars and podcasts ourselves to help parents through processes that they go through, because a lot of times parents just don't know. They
Right.
don't know that they don't know, and like you said, they learn here and then they go home and then they're facing whatever they're facing. So we kind of like try and get in
As
as
involved.
involved as possible, so that they're getting a mind shift change.
Yes.
Some of our parents have gotten promotions from being part of our program, just being in the environment. They learn to even value themselves better through watching their child grow and develop. So it's just a trickle down effect.
Yes.
That's great. So let me ask you, because I know working with children, and there's a lot of different elements. But Jenna, how have you affected some of the younger girls that have come through? Because I know a lot of them will look up to us as women, because they don't have that role model either. Because I've worked with gals too, that just they don't have that role model, so they look up to you. How have you changed some lives of some of these young girls that are coming through your program?
Well, a lot of the girls that, nowadays their clothes are very skimpy. They're being sexualized at a very young age and they don't even realize it. So it's just through my mentoring and through my presence, if you will, they learn how to value themselves, that they don't have to, dress like this to get the attention, that they can just, be who they are and people will accept them for that, you know, and just to care about themselves through the process, that they don't, if they're very girly, it's okay to be a little rough and tough, and if they're very rough and tough, it's okay to put your hair in a ponytail. You can be pretty. You can wear a dress and still be who you are, or vice versa. So it's just them learning their own identity of who they are, and that who they are is powerful and beautiful all together.
Yes.
Oh yeah, self-esteem and self-worth is huge, and especially as it's going to take them all the way through their life. And because a lot of people, even adults, when you talk to them, they always go back, to their childhood. Sort of like what you just said, Jose. You said, these people grew up in a different type of environment, and that's all they know. So they don't know any different. And kids don't come with a manual, so you're only doing the best you can with what you know and what you have. So to be able to open yourself up and know that you can make a change as a parent and help these children is priceless. It really is. So now I know you said that you have your location and you do the podcast and you have these outreach programs. Tell me what people can do to help. What do you need? Now you said you needed a bigger bus, but what do you need? And again, my other question is people can ask, well, where are you located? And tell me how that's helping and where they can actually maybe implement something like this within their area.
Yes. This is beautiful because um, we do a hybrid program where we also do mentoring through the Zoom online, and that works very well too. So we're able to continue the continuity of the week through a Zoom session. What we need is financial support. Believe it or not, that's the main thing. We're working with a company now that's going to provide the food, so that's going to help a lot there. Um, we're working with the owner of this building to provide a bigger space and they're just being so generous. They're not charging us anymore. So they're like, just keep it the way it is. Let's just give you more space. So things are happening with a lot of favor. We're getting a lot of favor. Uh, but financially is very important because everything costs, right? And so as we team up with other tools and opportunities with other companies that provide a service that we believe is going to be beneficial to the development of these kids and their future, you have to pay them, right? And so those are the things that, and by the way, we'll let you know where the money goes. This is like very tight ship, very well run. It's good ground. You'll invest here. You're investing in good ground. You will see results. You will know that's happening. So we keep you in the loop with everything. We have a newsletter. We have very good communication. We want to build a relationship with all the sponsors, everyone that contributes, because we want to make it a relational lifestyle where we know each other long term, not just short term or one time done. We want to do this as a legacy. We want to keep it going even after we're gone, right? Hopefully one day it won't be needed. Maybe society will be right up there. But if I'm correct on this, there's always going to be poor people, and there's always going to be people that are less fortunate than us. So we still need to help each other. We're all together, right? We're not separate. We're not a one-time thing. We need it at times, right? So that's what we need, and that support and exposure, right? Get the word out. We're doing our best in our community and even outside abroad, because recently we created a business plan where we want to do this in the 67 counties of Pennsylvania, which is where we're at in Pennsylvania. And so it's really taking favor into that. People are looking at that. We're looking at companies that can probably sponsor and help in those areas to expand in the near future or whatnot. But it's very, very well organized. So good ground here.
But our ultimate vision is to have a sovereign community outreach in every single county across the United States. So that's our big vision. Right now, we are helping students we're in Pennsylvania, but we have students in Georgia. We have students in Florida. We have students in New Jersey. So we're not stuck to our little community. We do venture out and reach
we visit the students in the different states too. We travel. Uh, at the beginning, it felt like it was kind of crazy to do that, but the heart for the child is what matters.
Right.
And so we travel, we visit them, we spend time with them. We had a family that we visited in Savannah, and we went back a second time and spent an entire week with them. And then they decided to move here. Now they're completely involved in the whole process. So it's just great.
Yeah.
Well, you create a family. I mean, these
Yes.
people become your family, and they remember it, and they look at their life, and they know that what they're doing and how they've changed and evolved is based on what they've learned as a child. But not only that, they're grateful for it, and you're just it touches your heart when you know that they're
Yes.
taking exactly what you've taught them and they're implementing it, so now they can make the changes in other people's lives. And there is no better gift than that. And
Yes.
I am thrilled, and I cannot tell you how heartfelt I am what you are doing and how this is helping the community. And oh my gosh, your hearts are making bodies, and what you're offering and helping, and how this is going to evolve and not only change people's lives, but it's going to change the community around them. And then to be able to expand this out into other states and other areas. I mean, also you're really spreading love. You're spreading
Yes.
kindness. You're spreading so many good things that we really, really need, within this world and this the way we are now with things. So I am so happy for you, and I will do everything I can. And again, as if people know, that everything will be embedded into the podcast, but also you're on our Keep on Sharing site. So the continual giving for your charity, can continue each and every day, to help you with that. And again, whatever I can do on my part to help you grow, because I love what you're doing. And I think this is so important. So before we go and wrap everything up, is there anything else that you want to share that that, you can help, or that people can help you with, or when anything you want to share at all, I'm open for, so.
Thank you.
Well, we're very much into journaling and mentoring through learning, right? So he's not going to say it, but I will say it for him. He's an author of 3 different books. One is Becoming a Black Belt, which, through the martial arts, people get a black belt, but we want them to become a black belt. So this is a book that helps guide the person through all aspects of martial arts and living a healthy lifestyle, including nutrition, the physical aspect of it, and through the art of Shotokan. So that's what that book is for. And this is his very first book, The Chosen Champion. So you can share a little bit about the concepts of a champion. That would be great.
Yes, everybody, you're chosen to do great things. So this book will inspire you to go ahead and go for your greatness. And that's that book there.
And then finally, we're very much about vision and future and, designing what you want in life. So this book is for anybody of any age, whether you're already, well into your career, or 40, 50, 60, getting ready to, hang it up. You're still not done until you're 6 feet underground, right? So you're always at a point to craft your future. So this book, whether you're 6 or 60 or 80, it doesn't matter. This book will help you design career change or whatever.
I love it. And these are available. They can purchase them through your website or online.
I believe they are on our website, but
Yes.
they are also on Amazon. They're published through Amazon, so you can find them there.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
I am so excited to have you. I'm so glad that you have been with me. I love the fact that you shared your story and what you're doing. And I'd really like to have you back on again and share about the camp that you have coming on and what's happening as we get closer to summer. Again, I'm going to put in all the links and the information. So for anybody that wants to reach out and help you with your program. Thank you so much for being with me today. I have really, really enjoyed you being on and sharing your story, and what you're doing is incredible. I wish I could clone you and just spread you all through the world.
I know.
Well, that's what we're working on. Yeah. We're working on it.
Well,
so real quick, our website is championsbeyondthedojo.com.
Say that again,
and that's
Jenna.
where you can championsbeyondthedojo.com.
Perfect. And again, that'll be in with all the description and onto the YouTube channels and also the podcast. Is there anything else you guys would like to do? Any shout outs or anything you would like to say before we wrap it up?
I just want to thank you. I want to say thank you, and I wish and pray much success for you and Miss Cynthia in all your endeavors, and that you continue doing great things for other people, and that your dreams become a reality, and that beyond your own imagination.
Yes.
You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. And the pleasure has been mine. Having someone like you as my guest it always thrills me, because I know the work you're doing is making such a difference in so many people's lives. So thank you again. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being with us. I am so excited that you've been here. I'm glad you got to hear this story. Please, 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 please reach out to them. The podcast, the information is below. If you are listening to the podcast, you can go into the description and it'll all be there, because anything you can offer, whether it's $1, $5, or whatever you've got, can always benefit. You have no idea how much of a difference it can make. So don't think well, I don't have enough. Anything is always appreciated, especially for a program like this. Thank you again. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next podcast. And remember, the most courageous thing you can do for yourself. And I will see you soon. Okay, until then, see ya.
Thank you.